Everyone over there, most welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm really glad to be part of here and consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as turning on the notification bell to keep updated whenever I bring you information that help you change your life. Cause you might keep on missing some of the most important things that always update each and every day. So now I'll be sharing you a really powerful message which is about how to stay strong and consistent in what you believe in your life, right? It's really important, which most of the people they miss, and they never get to the point they want to be, right? Because they can't stand strong and consistent for what they believe is right. They tend to bend to what the devil is trying to pull them, alright? You need to understand this point. No, the reason why God created you in this world, right? You need to understand this. No matter how things might pull, you just have to believe that God created me to live in this world with a purpose. And I'm born to live in this world with a genuine purpose that comes from God, whom I see, by whom I believe. And I shall stand firm and strong because I believe in His love and care that He gives each and every day. I live my life, I'm really clear about this. I live my life by message of God. I get to the point I want by message of God. And I can't say I'm smart or I'm free, I'm brilliant, there's something that's really special within me, but it takes the grace of God. So the another point is understanding grace of God. When you understand the grace of God, you stick to Him. You know the value of the grace of God in your life. I'm telling you, you will always be strong. You'll never be drained, and you stay consistent for what you believe is right in your life. Keep on working hard, keep on praying for what is right in your life, because your mind is connected with God, and when you stand firm for what is right. You never bend for what devil is trying to bring in your life, but rather you do what's right in your life, right? If you align yourself in God's path, you will come to realize to say that there will be a lot of blessing that will come over your life, right? You might not be financially okay, but God is going to give you good health. You might not be having good health, but God is going to provide you good finance that's going to take care of your health. Because sometimes you find that people, they don't have finance, they don't have good health as well. So you see, but living a prosperous life is about how looking at different angles, how God is working in your life. Alright? You come to discover you might not prosperous life while looking at health as well as finance. Alright? I had to write my book, which is about how to prosper in hard time, where I had to narrate a lot about how what is meant to be what's meant to live a prosperous life, and what's meant to live in hard times, and how hard times strength makes people strong, right? It's really important, because some people they tend to give up when they're about maybe to get to their dreams. But I'm really clear about this. If you really want your life to be successful, you have to understand this point. Yourself, you're creating this world with a purpose, and therefore you don't have to be worried about anything. God knows in every situation that you're moving through, and He brings them to discipline you, to prepare you to the position that He wants you to be in the future. Maybe if He can bless you right now, you can get confused, and let me tell you, if blessing come quick, if God maybe can bless you in the moment that it's not the right time, let me tell you, you can't have a good attitude the way you are greeting your friends. the way you're talking to your friends, the way you express yourself to people, you are going definitely to change. Because the blessing, when it comes in your life, it brings light to everybody. Everybody, you become a light. I'm telling you, you become a light where everyone can see, because they're in dark places. Because you yourself, you're a light. Imagine you're in a dark place where you have lighted the torch. You have switched on the torch. Everybody's going to see the light that's coming from the torch. Why? Because everywhere there is darkness. So God's blessing shines. God's blessing bright. So when it comes in your life, you're going to discover to say that He's going to bright God. So God is offer God, and if you are not strong for that, I'm telling you, because of the forces that devil tried to bring in your life, you are going to fail. You're going to lose the blessing that God has prepared for your life. So what He do is He wants to prepare you to that position, so that when you get the blessing, you are capable of living, you are capable of handling it. Alright? Because God can give you a challenge that's beyond your capacity. He only give you something that even yourself you are capable of living it. No matter what, you are capable, because God knows you more better than the way you know yourself. Because you know yourself, but sometimes you lose the essence of understanding who you really are. You see, how can you say that you know yourself when you fail to understand who you really are? Right? You only come to understanding of who you are when you are able to understand what is within yourself, and how can you get it to the point that you are supposed to be. Right? Because God, I'm telling you, God is really, really amazing God. God is a gracious God. God is a merciful God. God, He give you whatever you want in your life at a specific time. God is God of time. He gives at a specific time. So if you really want God blessing, you don't have just to keep creating patience within yourself. I'm telling you, if you really want God blessing to work within yourself safely, you have just to have the patience and pray for your blessing as it comes within you. I'm telling you, it's going to be a blessing to everybody, and not only to be you, but also to everybody, because God bless you with a specific purpose. He put you to the certain level of life with a purpose, right? So that you can be a light to other people. You can be as an example to everybody, right, around you. So you have just to keep consistency, right? If what you're doing is right, you have to keep consistency in what you're doing is right. Because the moment you get out from what's right, you're not going to be example like God wants to use. Because God, He wants to use you as an example to everybody. I'm telling you, He's going to take you at a very high point of life, because you are doing things that please Him. And He's going to strengthen you, to give you strength to keep moving forward. Because if you have less strength, you get drained. You can't move forward when you have less strength, right? You need some fuel to drive you to get to the point that you want to. The Word of God, when you pray, these are some of the fuel that will help you to get to the point that you want to be. Because when you communicate with God, God talks to you. He speaks how you should work. He speaks to you what you should do each and every day. I'm telling you, you'll be an amazing person in the world. Because God, when He starts changing your life, He changes it permanently. He don't change it temporarily. It's your action that will block God's blessing in your life. But if you want God's blessing to keep on shining in your life, all what you have to do is, when you align yourself in God's presence, you do the work of God, and then guess what? You have to be strong, and then keep consistency, right? In what you're doing. As God's word, you don't have to give up. You don't have to stop from what you're doing, because you know what you're doing is right. Alright? You just have to believe in yourself. Most of the people, they give up for their dreams because they don't believe who they really are and what God has put within themselves. When you discover, oh, God put something within me, and what is this? Let me find out. When you know it, you work hard. God, I'm telling you, He sees every single every single thing that you do each and every day, and he knows the effort that you give, and he knows the sacrifice, the commitment you give to him. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. It's not about where you're coming from. Your past is barren. You have to think the future. Your future is so much great. When your future, let me tell you, God has taken you in the things that in the past things that you have moved through. He has more things better than what you have been through. He has more blessing toward you more than what you have been through. So when you understand that God has something really special for me, I'm telling you, you keep on working hard. You keep on striving until you make a difference. I'm really clear about that. I'll be down. I'll be locked to the door, to the lowest point of life. But God came and picked me up, and I'm right here. I'm clear about it. God is really amazing. God has been merciful to my life. God has been gracious to my life, and the same grace I'm expecting to your life. The only thing is for you to align in His presence, to align in His path, and do the work that He wants you to do. It's not too late for you to give up. You just have to keep on working hard. The people, they say, you can't do it. You can't do it. Have you ever said to them to say, oh, yourself, you try, you fail, right? Me, I'm different person to you. Yourself, you fail. I don't know what made you to fail. Me too, I have my own strategy for me to get to my destination. Let's get what? I can't give up. I'll keep on pressing hard until I make a difference. My past is past. My present is present, and my future is future. It doesn't matter where you're born from. Either you're born from rich family, poor family. What matters is you, your mind, and yourself, and with your God. That matters most. You understand? For you to be successful, it doesn't matter either you're born from poor family or rich family. It's your mind that determines your success. Your success is in your mind. I'm really clear about that. If you are not married, you are married, or maybe you are not married, you are a young guy, let me share you this great point that is going to help you to stay strong and consistent in what you are working, right? You need to understand yourself. If you're really poor, if you don't have more things in your life that as you expect, maybe you are really young and you don't understand the content of your life. What should be in your mind is you being a poor is not your choice. It's either your dad's choice or your parents' choice. You being rich is not your choice. It's the choice of your dad that they made, the sacrifice they made for you to get to the point that you get to. Maybe your dad worked really hard for them to get to the point that you are, and now you have to utilize the opportunity that you have right now. And to the people who are really poor, the only advice I can tell you is, the only point that I can share with you is, you just have to bear in your mind to say that myself, I have my own future. If myself, I survived my life of being poor guy, that was my dad's life. That made me to move in pains, in move in things that is really hard for me to get to my destiny, that one. But in all adversity, you have to understand to work really hard, to be in discipline for what you want to be in your future. To keep on pressing so hard, right? Until you make a difference. I hope you have enjoyed watching that video, and I hope you have learned something new. If you have a comment, drop down